trying to go live on YouTube.
Oh,
I couldn't get to
just
my
kidding. I'm like, hello, can you hear me?
Sorry, that was my YouTube also talking at the same time. It has a small delay. So we are live on YouTube. We are here and in the flesh, I guess, so to say. So we are good to go. We're about 3 minutes early, so we're going to wait just a moment and let some other people join. Evelyn, if you'll just remember to watch YouTube.
Of course. Of course.
Excellent. It'll be a rather short training tonight. We don't have a ton of things to cover, but we'll just kind of give it a couple more minutes and then I'll start like right at 7. Well, 7 my time. Hey, Evelyn, while we're waiting, for anyone that doesn't know, Evelyn runs kind of all things support around here when it comes to like drivers having questions about enrollment and restaurants having questions about, I thought I paid or I didn't pay. What are kind of, while we have a couple of minutes, what are like your top 3 questions your team got today?
I think the top 3 questions we got is, when will I get approved, and what documents do I need to submit? So those things are actually getting automated now. So it's going to be instant approval as long as you have submitted the correct documents. What we're seeing is people are still not submitting the full documents, that we don't see the 4 corners of a piece of your registration or your ID. So just a reminder that we need to see the 4 corners of the registration and as well as your ID.
Perfect. I also saw a bunch of questions about refers. Where is my refer or my referral? I referred this person. I don't see them in my list. Anything people can do for that?
Yeah, absolutely. So they can just go ahead, and if you know that you referred someone and they definitely signed up, please feel free to reach out to support@tripdelivers.com. What we're also finding is some people, think that this person, like if I emailed Shanna and I said, hey, you know what, I referred Shanna, but she's not showing up. We're also finding that a lot of those people have actually not completed the sign up process. So those people will not actually show up on your dashboard if they have not completed the sign up process.
And by complete, you mean if they're a driver that they've completed all of their sign up, completed the docs, been approved and paid.
Right. So it's basically they haven't even put their names in, their proper email address. So they just register their phone number. They got an OTP, but they never put their whole name, their email. So those are the things that we're seeing. People are starting the process of inputting their first name, last name, but something happens and they stop and they forget about it.
Very cool. Well, thanks for those 2 quick little tips. You brought us right to on the hour. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now, and then we'll get started. So today we are going to go over some common objections. So last week we taught you how to source for leads, what kind of method to reach out to those leads, so that 3-2-3 method, and then how to organize the leads using just a simple Google Sheet or Excel doc. So now that you've started to collect leads, some common objections and how to overcome them, and then a few updates that Amy and Bob wanted to share, and then we'll open it up for questions, comments, concerns. So I'm going to go over a list of like 5 common objections that I know we've been hearing. If you've heard one that I don't cover that you'd like to have a good rebuttal to, feel free to put it in the Q&A if you're on Zoom or in the comments on YouTube, and we'll make sure Evelyn reads them out for us and we'll get them answered. So some of them that we've heard, and these are probably like the top 5. One is, I'm not interested. I already work with like 6 other delivery companies now. And a very easy rebuttal is totally understand. So you always want to give like compassion to what they're saying. Oh my gosh, I totally understand. I bet 6 gets totally hectic. But do any of your other delivery companies charge you a flat fee of only $1 to $3 per order? And then allow them to answer from that. They're like, well, no, they charge me 30%. Yeah, we don't do that here. All of these objections are going to be really close to you just introducing yourself. So they're going to be very early on in the sales process. And so that's an easy way to overcome. Like, hey, I'm from Trip Delivers. I want to talk to you about third-party food delivery and how we're different. Oh, I'm not interested. I already work with 6 other delivery companies now. Great. But do any of your other delivery companies charge you a flat fee of only $1 to $3 per order? And then at least buys you a little bit more time to give them a little bit of information before them just totally shutting you down. We have an inside team of 2 people making a few phone calls. They've recently run into people saying, like, I don't care about saving money. Like, I just don't have time to talk about this any longer. And it's like, great. Well, you might not care about saving money, but do you care about saving your customers money? We don't charge service fees like our competitors. So it is not only saving you money, but also your customers. Do you care about them? And you can ask these like very powerful questions in a very nice tone. And they no longer come across as like, why are you asking me if I care about my customers? Like, yes, I care about my customers. Another one is the app isn't live yet. Like, call me back when it is. And you could say, okay, I'll call you back when it is. But the difference is that right now we have a special to hold your spot for only $1. So worst case scenario, you're out this conversation and $1. Like, wouldn't you want to take advantage of that now? And get them to continue talking. Like, all of these rebuttals to these objections are just to get them to bring their guard down, to like you as a person, to hear more and to buy from you. So another thing is, hey, I'm from Trip Delivers. I want to talk to you about our delivery service. Totally different. And they cut you off. I can't afford 30% commission on orders. Like, all of your companies come here and want to charge me 30%. Like, I'm not giving you 30%. That's my food costs. Like, no. Oh my gosh, wonderful. Well, we don't recommend you pay commission either. We do not charge a commission on each order, just a flat delivery fee of $3 or less. Do you have time tomorrow at 3 that I can come by and give you the details? Another one we've been hearing recently is we have our own delivery drivers. Great. Well, we'll send you our customers to your drivers with a discounted member rate of only $1 per order. Excuse me. And so at $1 per order, you're gaining a new customer and an entire order. Wouldn't that be worth it for your business? And allow them to open up and speak. So I'll stop right there for a second. So Evelyn, do we have any other common objections that I did not include on the list that somebody would like a rebuttal to?
Hang on one second. We actually don't have any rebuttal questions or common questions, but we do have someone Deborah, who's asking any tips to get past the gatekeeper.
Definitely. So if it's especially like a nicer restaurant or a corporate office where they have multi-locations, use LinkedIn. So go on to LinkedIn and look for the GM of that restaurant or that restaurant group, or whomever marketing or whoever it is in what department you're looking for, and know their name so that when you call back, you can ask for the person by name and not generically. Sometimes when you ask generically, you don't get as great of a response because they know you're trying to sell something. So have somebody's name in mind. If you don't happen to know the name, do a fake call. Meaning, I'm going to call the restaurant tomorrow and I'm going to be like, hey, I was in there today and it was fabulous. I wanted to talk to your manager about how great my service was today. What is their name? And they're going to tell you their name. And you can be like, okay, great. When are they there now? Or, whatever. If they are, then you can hang up and call right back. Or you can at least know about what time they come in every day and you know their name. You're not being sneaky. You're not being deceptive. You are simply having sales tactic to get around these gatekeepers. Some of them are intense, but if you know what you're talking about, if you know who you're asking for, you're going to get through them a lot quicker.
Perfect. So I do have a couple of quick questions, not relating to this, but for Mr. L. Hayes, you have a quick question on your approval process. So as I just mentioned before, the approval process is pretty instantaneous. So if there is any other documents that you would need to submit, I would just check your app again to see what documents you need to resubmit. If you do have any questions, please feel free to email support@tripdelivers.com. So either myself or one of my team members can assist with that. Again, that's support@tripdelivers.com. And then for Mr. Essence Short Admin, you had a question in regards to the restaurants not populating in your back office. So it's the same thing. Some of the restaurants are showing up as customers, so we do know that, and we're running a fix for that one. So that should be up in the next week. If there is a certain restaurant that you know that you signed up, you know that they've gone through the process, please feel free to, again, to reach out at support@tripdelivers.com, and we can look into that for you. Shanna, they are wondering if we can actually put this in the back office so they can print it out and practice.
We will. So if you want it now, take a screenshot with your phone, take a screenshot if you're on a computer. But yes, so it takes us about a week to get these up into the back office. But as soon as we're done every week, I email them over to actually Evelyn and someone from our dev team, and we get that updated for you guys. So if you want this, take a screenshot now. Otherwise, it'll be about a week and a half before you'd see it in your back office. And then the YouTube video will go up immediately when we end here. So you could always refer back to there. And it's titled 924 training. So you know it'd be today's training.
Perfect. And what do you say when people on the other end say or think that you're a scam caller?
So that's probably going to be the way that you're projecting yourself in the beginning. So if right from the bat, I don't think it's necessarily like a scam caller. They just know you're a salesperson and that you're calling to sell something. So you want your opener to be very dynamic, very quick to the point, and to get the restaurateur, the decision maker, to continue speaking. So it could be something like, hey, this is Shanna. I'm calling from Trip Delivers. I want to save you all of your commission on your third-party delivery orders and only charge you a flat fee of anywhere between $1 and $3. Do you have 5 minutes to speak? Let them say yes, or let them say no, I don't have that right now. Okay, great. What about tomorrow at 2? I'll be in your area. I could come by. And then they know you're live and in person and that you are willing to come. Now, if you're not able to go there, you could be like, great. Well, is there a better number I could call you back tomorrow at 2? Or could I still catch you here at the restaurant? And then show that you are real, live, willing to call them on the schedule that they prefer. If you were truly like a scammer and not just a salesperson, you would push them to continue talking right that moment. And some people just aren't available right then because you did call them out of the blue. So you want to be flexible with their schedule and show that you're willing to call back when requested. So you're building a rapport with someone.
Great. What about if a restaurant I speak with has never used a delivery service before and they don't want to lose the $3 or $2 on an order? They just don't get it. How would you kind of overcome that?
So I would ask them what kind of marketing they're currently doing and ask them a lot of questions on why they aren't open to delivery. Like, why are you not open to delivery? What has deterred you from using delivery services? And just really get down to what we call the need behind the need, or get down to kind of what the true reason is of why they aren't wanting to do delivery. Dig down deep and then figure it out.
Great. Thanks, Shanna.
Perfect. So do we have any others at this time?
I think that's pretty much it.
Perfect. So that's kind of your top objections. You're going to hear ways to combat them or reboot them, rebuke, that's the word, rebuke them. Okay, and here's some updates. So I think everyone is probably seeing on social media, but we are able to now use EIN and ITIN numbers along with socials. So if someone doesn't have a social, they are able to now sign up using one of those numbers. Also, the OTP, or the one-time passwords, were removed from the merchant sign-up flow. So merchants now can use a landline to sign up. They won't receive a text message that they have to enter. And if they have more than one location or have already signed up as a driver or a rider, they need to use a different phone number and email than the other account. So if you have 2 locations, you're going to have to use 2 different phone numbers and 2 different emails. Ran across an issue earlier this week where they only have 1 email. Well, there's a wonderful hack you can do where you can do a +1 after the email before the @ sign, and it still works. So like your regular email +1 at gmail.com. And then
That's
if you need a
great
second
hack.
location, you can do +2, +3.
So just to touch on that, we are fixing that. So we should have a fix by then. So, but for those team members that are signing up restaurants now, this is the quickest way we can hack it until we have a fix for it, which should be coming out in the next couple of weeks.
Perfect. But if you want to sign up today, that's a great way. Marketer is in its final test mode and will be launching soon. So everyone watch for that. I know everyone's very excited. Also, make sure you're sharing the correct app. We've recently this week had some issues where someone wanted to sign up a driver but shared the rider or customer app with them, or they wanted to be merchants and they signed them up as drivers. Just make sure that customer for a customer, meaning they want to ride with us or they want to have food or groceries delivered, they are a customer. A driver clearly is for drivers, and merchants are going to be for restaurateurs. Keep in mind that that is not an app. The merchants are simply receiving a link that they complete online, so like an online form. They do not have an app at this time, so you will not have like an app on the phone. If they have the app on the phone, you've sent them the wrong link. So just watch what links we're sending to people. And remember, how to get your link is you open your app, go to the main menu, refer and earn tab, and then it goes customer, driver, merchant.
Great. Coyette had a question on, does a marketer come with a replicated website? Not quite sure, Coyette, what you're asking, but if you want, I can schedule some time with you tomorrow. If you send me an email at support@tripdelivers.com, we can schedule some time to go over the question on the replicated website.
And if they're asking for like a menu online, like where they're able to say, go to Trip Delivers / Evelyn's Diner and see their full menu and they can share that link. Yes, there will be a way they can share their duplicated Trip Delivers page, which is basically like their specific ordering page, to allow people to order directly from. So if that's what you're speaking about, yes.
So in regards to, are we using 3 different links to send to people?
Yes, like a customer has a unique link, a driver has a unique link, and a merchant has a unique link, all found within your refer and earn tab. So they're all 3 links are different because they land a different place.
Amazing. So, yeah, so just to piggyback on what Shanna said, they all land at a different place. So it actually pushes them to the correct portal where, if they're going to sign up as a merchant, they're going to show up as a merchant. If they sign up as a driver, they're going to show up as a driver on your referral as well. So there's 3 different landing pages, and there's all those three databases that we have for those 3 types of customers, merchants, and drivers.
Perfect. So just a reminder, we have upcoming trainings every Monday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. Do your time zone from there. Offered training live on YouTube and also through the Zoom link on Tuesdays and Fridays, same time, same place. Spanish, except Spanish is no longer live on YouTube, so you only can use the Zoom link. We've got coffee with Bob on Saturdays, plus sometimes throughout the week. And then the first Thursday / Friday of the month, depending on if you want English or Spanish, will be the restaurant pitch. So this one, you'd want to invite all your potential prospects, give them the YouTube link or the Zoom link. The Zoom link's never changed. It's always been the same. So that will be October 1st and 2nd, November 5th and 6th, and December 3rd and 4th. So with that, Evelyn, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns in the Zoom or the YouTube that have not been addressed?
No, we don't. So if you guys have any other questions, let us know in the next 10 seconds. Or if you want, you can always reach us at support@tripdelivers.com. Again, that's support@tripdelivers.com.
Perfect. Well, Evelyn, it was great to spend this Thursday evening with you. I hope everybody has a fantastic Friday and a great weekend. And
we have one last question, and
yes.
Sergey just got in there. It says, what do we say when the owners say, where are the customers?
What are you asking? Where are the customers? As in, like, where are they coming from?
Or like how many customers do we have in a city?
So I would say that that's always, going to vary, market by market. I would say I would turn that to the restaurant and say, we offer an 8-mile delivery radius. Most of our competitors are working off 5 miles. So your customers will come from an 8-mile radius. Anytime they open the app, they're within 8 miles of your restaurant, you will populate and they'll be able to order from there. I think the number of people isn't important. It's just important that we, A, do have riders, customers, which we do, and 2, that we offer a great superior product at a low cost to both the customer and the restaurateur, which we do.
Thanks, Shanna. And Sergey, that actually also kind of answers the question of how we're going to get customers. It's always going to be word of mouth.
Definitely.
When your restaurants, if people frequent that restaurant, they see Trip Delivers on there, which we will do some marketing as well. People will start knowing about Trip Delivers and they will start ordering. And of course, if somebody's really happy with the delivery service, they're going to tell someone else, hey, Trip Delivers is actually a lot better than Uber Eats or Grubhub or any of the other delivery services.
Also keep in mind that we have that referral program in place. So you're going to be, as a driver or restaurateur, able to get to refer customers and make money every time that customer orders. So the first step is we need the restaurants. We need the restaurants to go live. We need the restaurants. We need the drivers. The customers will come when they know they can save money and they can have a really great driver experience, because as we know, our drivers pay and they've invested. And so they truly are way more invested here than they would be like an Uber or DoorDash. Like, I don't really care as a DoorDash driver if you don't like my service. Like, what are you going to do? Call DoorDash. With us, they've invested the money, they're paying monthly. And so the drivers, I feel, are going to be like hold ownership. And so they're going to offer a superior service and experience over any of our other competitors. So first we need restaurants and drivers, but I promise the customers will come and they'll come easily.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Shanna. Have a great evening, guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.